I was raised in a very liberal church in Southern California. And when I don't know how this happened, but I ended up at a Billy Graham crusade, and which was actually when I was saved. In my late teens, I ended up leaving the church. And I left for a really long time. And I'd gotten a job working at what was known as West One Bank. I'd gotten a promotion and I was in a new office that had like this panoramic view of the city. And every day I would look out and there would be this spire that was kind of poking out of the trees. And I would look at it and I would say, oh, that's so beautiful. Look at the trees and look at that spire. It's just so picturesque. Boise's so wonderful. But then I started getting this tugging at my heart. And it was kind of like this, you got to come back, Joan. You got to come back to God. You got to come back and see what's happening. So I went home and we had telephone directories because we weren't using smartphones, so I couldn't Google it. But I looked up an American Baptist church because that's the church I had gone to when I was young. And it showed me this church on 13th Street. And so I decided I would go. And I drove up and I went, oh my gosh, this is the church that I look at, the church spire I look at every day. And I just thought, what an interesting coincidence. And I scooted in and kind of went to the back seating area and sat back there. And Pastor Bruce got up in front and he started preaching. And first off, I thought, he's using a Bible. Wow, I don't think that I've ever used a Bible at a church, remember, liberal church, in my life. And so he had us open up the Bible. I couldn't find anything, of course. And then he spoke directly, and I was pretty certain that he was talking about me. And I knew that there was some spotlight that was just hitting me directly as he was talking. And I thought that was pretty amazing. And I left, scooted out very quickly, and then I came back. But I always thought it was just so amazing that this whole time that this place that was kind of in my heart and needing God again, that had been gone and so closed off for so many years, is that, sitting in an office and looking at a church spire just brought me back. God arranges things. He arranges and gets your heart ready. And even though I had turned my back on him, he hadn't turned his back on me. And he just, he didn't come and hit me over the head like some people have this huge revelation that something is supposed to happen to them. But with me, it was just a church spire every day that I would look at out of the office window in a city where he had placed me. And so that's what it taught me.